everyone, welcome back to Art with Mrs. Bodden. So last time we drew these guys. So we drew the dog, the cat, the fish, the frog. Today we're going to draw some more. If you are with my substitute, or my sub, you're getting a piece of paper like this. I need your name and your teacher's name on it. If you are doing this at home because you thought these were super cool when we did it the first time, you're going to need a ruler or something straight so that you can create that top and that bottom straight line and then a dotted line through the center. Go ahead and also grab your pencil and eraser, and if you're in my class, grab your crayons because we are going to probably have some time to color. So give me just a second to get set up and we will get drawing again. Okay, so you should have your pencil. You should be ready to go. Next to teacher's name, write your teacher's name. On your paper, write your name, first and last. Writing mine. So today we're going to draw 4 more animals. Our first one is going to be the fox. So we're going to start with an F. Make sure you get that cross piece on there. Then we're going to do an O. Oops, my O doesn't touch the bottom. Gotta make it touch the bottom. Okay, so my O starts at my dotted line, comes down and touches my solid line, goes back up. And then my X. Just those cross pieces. Okay, so for our fox, we're going to make him kind of sly looking. So we're going to start out by drawing a curve that connects the top of our O, or not the top of our O, top of our X. Then we're going to curve and connect our F to our X. And we're going to go back to our X at the top, and we're going to curve over our O to touch that cross piece of our F. Okay, this is going to become our I. So we're going to cut this guy in half. Then we're going to cut our X one in half. We're going to draw kind of a little piece of a eyeball there. And then we're going to draw a circle-y shaped eyeball over here. So now he's got some eyes. We're going to come up here. We're going to curve this up and make it up farther. Come down on the other side of our F and connect it back down. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw a second one. I'm going to connect it back down. And then I'm going to draw a curved line that goes in between. We're going to color both those in. So our fox has some ears. I'm going to make this guy just a little taller. Coloring them in. If I'm going too fast on the video and you're watching this at home, go ahead and pause it. If I'm going too fast with the substitute, ask them to pause it for a minute if you are having trouble and I'm going too fast. Okay, we're going to now come down here. We're going to curve and make kind of a curvy W. Then we're going to come back over here to our X. We're going to make his nose. We're going to draw a pointy nose. And you know what? We're going to curve it way back over to here. So that may change your point. So start it here and curve it over. And then at the end, draw me a circle. And give him a little bit of a highlight. This isn't one of my favorite ones. The fox isn't one of my favorites. It's fun when it's done, but he's not one of my favorite ones to draw. We're going to curve his mouth. And then our last thing is we're going to give him the bottom of his mouth. So we're going to start back over here with that curvy W. We're going to curve over and touch. And that's kind of our fox. Next, we're going to move on to the fly. And I actually like the fly. The fly is kind of fun and silly. We're going to move down this time instead of over. So I'm going to make my nice capital F, or not capital F, just tall F. Then I'm going to make an L, and I make a Y. Okay, next, we're going to take and we're going to extend this part of our F out. Then we're going to follow it over to our L, over across our Y. Then we're going to curve it around and touch the other part of our Y. And then continue it on to the bottom of our L. So we drew this big, long, sideways U. Then we're going to continue with our F and bring it down. We're going to continue it down and curve it down to make it an oval. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to come over here, curve it down, around, and make an oval. Our eyes this time are going to be right here. We're going to draw a circle and another circle. So we've got eyes, we've got kind of a body. We're going to start to make our wings next. So to come to this part of your L, we are going to curve over the top and angle down to that part of our L. And we're going to come over and curve down to make that L, or make that other wing attached to our L. Okay. Well, last is our mouth. So we're going to angle out in between our eyes. And we're going to curve and come up and touch the bottom of our L. We're going to give him a mouth. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and color in his body. So this right here is his body. So go ahead and color that in. If you want to color in his eye, above his eyes, you could do that. That way he looks a little bit more balanced. And there you have our fly. I like him better than the fox. Lion. We're going to do the lion next. So lion, we're going to start with that tall L, and an I, an O. Make sure your O goes from the dotted line all the way to the bottom, and then our N. Okay. We're going to make what looks like a 5. I'm going to start here at the bottom of my I. I'm going to go over past my L. And I'm going to come down and curve it around to make that 5 shape. I'm going to come up here to the top of my L. I'm going to curve it to touch my N. Bottom of my N. I'm going to curve down. I'm going to make kind of a W shape. I'm going to curve over. Not going to touch my 5 yet. We're going to draw a line to connect it to the 5. Okay, now we're going to finish off his ear first. We'll do that. We're going to draw a little kind of half moon shape in his ear. We're going to do his eyes next. So I want you to draw me a circle in the O. We're going to curve from his eye over to the L. You're going to draw me another circle. And then we're going to turn his dot into his eyebrow. So we're going to go from his dot up to this corner. Give me one eyebrow. And we're going to take and we're going to do the other eyebrow right here. So you got some crazy eyebrows. I want you to go ahead and give me a curve pie shape for his nose. We'll give him a little bit of a highlight at the very end. So give me a little bit of white space at the very end of his nose. We'll go ahead and add some teeth. You can give me some triangle teeth. So I'm going to add 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. And then we're going to do his mane. So that big hairy thing that goes around him. So I'm going to start pretty much right above his dot for when we wrote the I. And I'm going to come over. I'm going to curve way out. And then I'm going to curve up. Then I'm going to curve down kind of just below this. I'm going to curve up and curve up. And then I'm going to come at an angle. Then I'm going to come over here and do this something similar. I'm going to curve out like he's got crazy hair. So he's got the 80s hair. We're going to curve down and back up a little bit. And now we're going to curve and connect. So he's got some crazy hair going on. You could, if you wanted to, bring this in a little bit so he doesn't have quite so crazy a hair out. If you wanted to, if that was too far out for you. I kind of like that a little bit better. Let's do that. So I'm going to erase mine. If you liked the crazy hair better, go for it, leave it. I'm going to erase mine for a little bit because I like a little bit closer hair look. And there we have our lion. Our last one for today. We're going to do the ape. Now, because our lion came down into here, I'm going to move my ape over a little bit. So I'm going to start with my A. And then I'm going to go a P. And then my E. Now an ape is just a big monkey, right? So my ape is actually probably going to interfere with my lion. But that's okay. So we're going to start by drawing the mouth of our monkey shape. So we're going to start right here at the bottom of our P. We're going to curve to touch the bottom. We're going to curve down and around and up and touch our E. Then we're going to draw an oval right here to connect our P and our E. We're going to use our E and our P as his eyes. So we already have this dividing line right here, so let's go ahead and do another dividing line right here on the P. We'll give him some circle eyeballs right here and right here. We're going to give him some crazy eyebrows. You ready? So we'll just start in the middle of your E. And we're going to come up like a crazy M and go all the way over to our P. So he's got some crazy eyebrows. We're going to turn our A into his ear. So I want you to draw me a curved line and then a little line that kind of comes out. So we're ready to draw our ape's crazy hair. So I want you to think Tarzan and the gorillas in the Disney movie Tarzan. So we're going to curve up and come down a little bit. And we're going to curve over. Yes, I'm running into my lion. And in a little bit. And over. Back in. And run it into your A. And then we're going to curve down and up and down and up and down. Last, let's get our mouth in there. So we're going to give him kind of a curvy mouth. And then give him 2 nostrils and color in his nose. And there you have our second one. So we have a fox, a fly, a lion, and an ape. Now with the rest of your time, grab your colors, color them on in, and I will see you later.